To some business-related stories now, Nigeria's headline inflation rate has experienced its first decline since December 2022, dropping from 34.19% to 33.40% in July 2024. This information was revealed in the Consumer Price Index Inflation Report released by the National Bureau of Statistics on Thursday. The report highlighted a 0.79% decrease in headline inflation for July. However, the July inflation figure remains 9.32% higher than the rate recorded in the same period in 2023. On a month-on-month basis, the headline inflation rate for July 2024 stood at 2.28%, slightly lower than the 2.31% reported in June 2024. Joining us now to discuss this is Chartered Accountant Alesta Wilcox. Alesta, thank you for joining us. What were, in your view, the primary economic factors contributing to the recent decrease in Nigeria's inflation rate after 19 months of consistent increases?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm surprised at that news. I'm not quite pleased with the news because I do not know how the NBS calculates their inflation. We understand from the street that the prices of goods and services are still skyrocketing. There has not been any let-off on the price of goods and services. So one will be wondering how the NBS comes about with their figures. I had always questioned the authenticity of NBS figures because they do not do grassroots work. Maybe they just went about and pick a few items and use that to calculate their figures. The truth of the matter is, Nigerians and everybody, I don't know if you are feeling any slight reduction in the price of goods and services. It can be too short in Nigeria, whatever good thing goes that hardly come down. So maybe they might just have picked up a few, maybe agricultural products. I'm sure that now we have more plantain in the market, we have a bit more tomatoes and onions and all that. Maybe that's what they're using to calculate. But the truth of the matter is, the price of goods and services has remained high. And I don't think anybody can avouch to the fact that there has been any sensible, appreciable return. Downward trend that could affect the inflation figure to come down. I don't think so.
Since you asked, at least in the past few days, I haven't seen any changes in the price of things that I buy consistently. But you don't seem to believe a lot in this decrease. So what specific policies, ideally, do you think the CBN might have implemented that has resulted in the recent change we are noticing, that is now alleged, according to you?
Like I said, I don't know if you have noticed any significant drop in the price of goods and services. The truth of the matter is, the CBN monetary policy is not working, and that's the obvious truth. Yes, it's part of economic stabilization policies, using the MPRO to mop up excess liquidity and to try to create price stability. But like I've always said in various forums, that is like applying the Ikoye and Via economist theory into a FADEU or Mushi economy. One expects that the federal government should have been doing something a bit different. That is talking about personal intervention and bringing about some direct intervention in price regulation and modulation in certain aspects of the economy. That's what the government should have been doing. And rather, what the government is doing is to talk about palliative, which puts more pressure in the already fewer items that big money is chasing. Now, what that causing inflation is when money is chasing fewer goods, when more money is chasing fewer goods, and that's what's been happening to the Nigerian economy. Unfortunately, the government is pumping in more money, and then that more money is not chasing the fewer goods. and government itself is buying up a lot of commodities in which they want to use as their stimulus or their intervention or their intervention packages, and it's not helping. So first and foremost, productivity is still low, output is still low, and consumption is high. So, and there is a lot of money that the system is having now, because every year, every month, the amount of money that government throws into the system through FAC allocation to states and local government is huge, and this money are in the system, and so they will keep chasing the little goods available. If the goods are more, if we have more production in terms of goods and services, certainly the price will come down. So and then the monetary policy they are using FPRO is not healthy, because they are not applying the right word, they are not putting the right economic word in the right situation. So I don't believe the figure being rolled out by MBS. Rather, they're just making a snapshot and using it to form their figure. They don't go to the practice to take statistics. They don't. So that's the unfortunate thing.
I mean, the other question I was going to ask, you've already answered, and that has to do with the things that can be done. The government doesn't seem to be aligning to your thoughts, but we're still optimistic that things will change. I hope you are too. Thank you for speaking with us as always.